Hello everyone, my name is PK, and in this video we're going to talk about how to deploy the VEBA appliance with AWS Eventbridge as the event processor. As you recall, the VMware Event Broker Appliance was originally introduced at VMworld by Michael Gash and William Lamb, where they talked about how we can take events to the next level and do more through event-driven automation. Um, and I'm gonna quickly show you guys to get started. Well, we have a blog by Patrick Kramer who goes into detail and provides the prerequisites to set up AWS Eventbridge, so you'll have all the information that's needed to set up this configuration. Now, as you'll see within AWS, you'll go to the Eventbridge section and create an event bus to start off with. And it's a pretty straightforward setup. And once you have that, you'll then go ahead and create a rule in the next step. Make sure if you don't have an AWS account, you have to sign up for one, and then you'll find this details. Now the event rule is tied to an event bus, and as you can see, the rule is tied to the event bus, and you'll specify the event pattern that we should use, and this information is then used by the event router to subscribe to those topics and then send forward those events and just those events to AWS Eventbridge. We do this to avoid overwhelming the network and your subscription. Now, once you have this pattern, you can pretty much get started. And here you'll see the ARN for the rule that we're going to need later. All right. So for this demo, I already have an EventBridge appliance set up, but I'm going to quickly show you guys what the appliance configuration looks like and what fields it needs, so you guys get an idea of the deployment process itself. I'm going to be using the 0.3 appliance, which I'm going to deploy in my lab here. I'm going to choose the folder and the compute resource, and then we're going to go ahead and choose the storage and the network that we want to this VM to be a part of. Pretty straightforward stuff until this point. And now we get into the meat of the OVF customization, and you'll see that it has about 5 different categories. First and foremost is the networking for the appliance itself, and for the networking we'll need the host name, the IP address, the network prefix in the CIDR format, the gateway DNS, and the DNS domains, and along with the NTP servers. For this lab, I don't have a proxy, but if you do have a proxy in your environment, we have the capability to set that up. And you're going to then specify the operating system credentials. So we're going to provide the credential for the root password, which if you're ever doing some advanced troubleshooting, you might need in that case. Now, after that, we'll jump into the vSphere credential section, where you'll provide the how to connect to vCenter and what credential we should use to connect to vCenter. We only need a read-only account that has permissions to read the events, and that should get us started. Now here you'll see the disable vCenter TLS verification. That's required if you're not planning on updating the certificate, the default certificates that comes with the appliance. By default, we use a self-signed certificate. You can choose to update that certificate with a publicly trusted certificate. Now for the event processor, the default option, as you saw, is OpenFast, but you can choose EventBridge, and then we'll skip over the OpenFast configuration, and with AWS Eventbridge, you'll see that you'll need the access key and secret, which you can get from your IAM settings within AWS. And once you have that, you you get that information. You provide the event bus name and the region and the rule ARN. This is something that I showed you before, and now let me show that to you guys again. This is the resource name that tells us the location of the rule. And optionally, you can enable debugging, and also if you want to change the pod side of the network, you can choose to do that. Now this is pretty much it for the appliance. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward process, and once you have it, you have these data configured. The appliance takes a few minutes, and you should see you should have your events forwarded to AWS Eventbridge for those topics that you've subscribed. Now here, since I've already kind of done the setup, I'm showing here a VM part of event to which I subscribed to, and that got automatically sent to AWS Eventbridge, and Eventbridge logged it in my CloudWatch logs because I have it CloudWatch set up as my target for the rule. So that's how simple it is to forward your vCenter events to a cloud service. And thanks for watching.